This isn't a war fought with tanks and missiles. It's a war fought in the shadows. Across Europe, trains are derailing, military factories are burning, and undersea cables are mysteriously being cut. No official declarations, no front lines, but make no mistake, Russia is waging a war in Europe right now, and most people don't even realize it. Since 2022, Russian grey zone attacks have skyrocketed, first doubling, then tripling. From cyber attacks to industrial sabotage, Moscow has turned Europe into a personal playground for covert warfare. These attacks aren't random. They target critical infrastructure, defense industries, and military supply lines, all connected to Western aid for Ukraine. Russia knows that directly attacking NATO would trigger an all-out war, but grey zone warfare? It's the perfect loophole, invisible, deniable, and devastating. Fires at warehouses, accidents at weapons factories, train delays, and disruptions. Some of these aren't just bad luck, they're part of a coordinated strategy. Across Europe, key military and industrial sites have been mysteriously targeted, crippling the supply chain that fuels Ukraine's war effort and disrupting NATO's logistical networks. Intelligence agencies are seeing a disturbing pattern. In Germany, a major missile factory producing air defense systems for Ukraine goes up in flames, with officials calling it a technical malfunction, but military analysts point to Russian intelligence networks operating in the region. In Poland, hackers disrupted Polish railways, transmitting Russia's national anthem and Putin's speech. In March 2023, 9 individuals were arrested for allegedly spying for Russia and attempting to sabotage military aid to Ukraine. In France, a massive fire broke out at a factory producing military-grade gunpowder, delaying arms shipments to Ukraine. Investigators suspected foul play, but no culprits were ever identified. In the UK, the British intelligence chief warned of a potential new wave of Russian drone attacks targeting UK military headquarters, following sightings of drone swarms over key air bases like RAF Larkenhill and RAF Mildenhall. In Spain, a Russian military defector was brutally gunned down in an underground car park, a clear message that even those that escape Moscow's grasp are never safe. Arson attacks across Europe have increasingly become a troubling form of sabotage, often linked to geopolitical tension. These incidents target critical infrastructure such as military facilities and government buildings, and are suspected to be part of Russia's hybrid strategy. Arson is favoured for its potential to cause significant damage and instill fear, while leaving little trace of the perpetrators. Countries such as Sweden, Denmark, and Lithuania have reported several high-profile incidents, suggesting that these attacks may be coordinated efforts to undermine their support for Ukraine and weaken European unity. These attacks aren't isolated. They target the backbone of Europe's defence industry, the very factories, transport routes, and supply chains that keep Ukraine's war effort alive. They are designed to sow fear and to create a sense of chaos within the civilian population. And the most dangerous part? Russia isn't even using its own military forces. Instead, they recruit local agents, hiring criminals, and leveraging rogue intelligence networks to do their dirty work. That way, Moscow can deny everything, while Europe scrambles to contain the chaos. This is modern warfare, and it's happening right now. Then you have cyber warfare and GPS jamming. Europe's planes, trains, and even hospitals are under attack, but the weapons aren't bombs, they're lines of code. In Norway, military pilots suddenly lose their GPS signal while flying near Russian airspace, forcing emergency course corrections. In Finland, networks go offline as Russian-backed hackers breach government systems, leaking sensitive military communications. And in Estonia, intelligence officials reveal a massive cyber operation targeting energy grids designed to cut power to thousands of homes in the middle of winter. This is a different kind of war, One, we're disrupting communications, cutting off electricity, and corrupting critical databases can do more damage than traditional weapons ever could. Russia's goal? To create chaos, confusion, and fear. When trains don't run, when planes can't navigate, and when people don't trust their own government's ability to keep them safe, that's when the grey zone warfare is most effective. Then we have the undersea warfare, where Russia is disrupting internet and energy supplies. Imagine waking up and the internet just isn't working. In 2024, a Russian-operated oil tanker was caught dragging its anchor over a critical fibre optic network in the Baltic Sea, causing massive internet disruptions in Sweden and Finland. In the North Sea, a gas pipeline mysteriously exploded, cutting off energy supplies in the dead of winter. Officials suspected sabotage but cannot prove anything. And in the Atlantic, security experts warn that Russian deep-sea spy submarines are actively mapping the world's undersea internet, potentially setting the stage for a global digital blackout. These cables carry 95% of global internet traffic, trillions of dollars in transactions, communications, and personal information, and Russia is proving that it can shut them down at any point. If even a handful of these cables were cut, banks could crash, stock markets would freeze, and entire nations could be thrown into chaos in a matter of hours. But here's the real secret. Behind these attacks, Russia isn't using its navy, submarines, or military forces to carry them out. Instead, it's using a shadow fleet, a network of disguised commercial vessels operating right under our noses. Under the guise of commercial shipping, Russian-operated vessels have been spotted near key undersea infrastructure just hours before mysterious sabotage incidents. Many of these ships sail under foreign flags to disguise their true origin and to avoid suspicion. Western security agencies believe these ghost ships are a critical weapon in Russia's grey zone strategy, able to sabotage, spy, and disrupt vital infrastructure without firing a single shot. So what happens next? Will Russia escalate its sabotage campaign? Will Europe finally retaliate? Or NATO stay on the defensive, allowing these attacks to continue? Experts warn that if these attacks aren't stopped, the next phase won't just be sabotage, it could be full-scale hybrid warfare. Now it's your turn. Do you think NATO should hit back against Russia's grey zone operations, or will that just risk escalating into a bigger war? Chuck your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of global conflicts like this, hit the like and subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.